Hey, it's Andrew Grove for CardRunners.com, and today is my first of, I think, about 6 videos I'm going to make, a bunch of replayer hands. Today's theme is going to be, I think all these hands, I have about 4 hands marked, should be able to get through all of them though, and they're all hands that I've defended in the big blind but did not 3-bet, so I just called pre-flop. And yeah, since I've been doing a lot of live session videos, not that those aren't fun to look at and stuff, but I'm trying to balance my video making. So I'm including some hand histories this time, and I will be going back and forth between the replayer and Evernote, where I have some Omaha Ranger stuff we can look at about the hands. So yeah, that's about it for my intro. Let's get into it. And also for these hands I'll be doing, I think in most of the videos, at least in today's video, I think I'll try to do it in most of the hands. I will have my whole cards hidden until I think it's an appropriate time to look at them, so we can think about our whole range that gets to the flop and maybe to the turn river without looking at our whole cards, to see, just to think more clearly and not have as many biases about the hand. So without further ado, let's get into it. So in this first hand, Villain's going to raise. Villain's a regular. He's going to raise from cutoff to 3x, and I call. Pretty standard so far. He opens 42% from the cutoff. I check to him. As far as the leading range on this board, I usually don't lead too much heads up. Especially on a board like this, as you'll see in a second, it kind of hits both of our ranges. So he c-bets, I guess it's 3/4 pot or so. So let's take a look at our ranges before we see what we should do with what, or we can help us figure it out. So hopefully we see this clearly. This is an Omaha Ranger. So I have the board texture at the top, and Villain's frequencies are on the left here, and Hero's frequencies on the right. I didn't go into like absolutely everything you could with Omaha Ranger for this hand, just for some basic flop frequencies so we get an idea. So Villain's mid range is 40% his opening range, and for Hero's range, I'm calling, I guess, about 60. I'm calling about 60%. I guess I could have made this because I'm actually calling about 60% and 3-betting 10%, so this probably should be 70% minus 10% instead of 60% minus 10%, but you know, it's close enough, I think. So yeah, subrange 1, this row here, I was looking at value hands. Actually, subrange 1 is subrange 2, so value hands, if you don't know the syntax for Omaha Ranger, I'll be explaining all these to you. So this means 2 pair or better, minus bottom 2 pair. And so that includes all the sets, and you know, queen 6 or basically queen 6 or better, and it's both about 12% for us. So when I was mentioning about leading, when I was going through the hand history, I don't think, it's not like we have a range advantage or anything, and if we lead, you know, the Villain can call and turns become kind of tough. So unless you really want to develop a leading range here, you have to really think about it, I think, if you wanted to do it. So I don't think, I think it'd be fine either way, but I haven't given much thought to a leading range, and we don't really have a range advantage either way. So when the board's somewhat dynamic, even though there's no flush draw. So yeah, I think checking standard on this board. And also if you look at WR, which means wrap, we both have about exactly the same amount of wraps. Not hard combo count, I actually have more of both of these in my range, but because my range is wider overall, percentage wise of our range, it's about the same.